Hello, I'm Julie Lando, your host. I believe that you are surrounded by superwomen who can inspire you to ignite your ambition, remove your self beliefs, and make a positive impact on your life. This series is your journey to find the female role models who will inspire you to take action to change your own situation for the better. I believe that you have 100% the capabilities to become the leader you aspire to be and drive a fulfilled life. Leading is not a position, it's a choice. Welcome to Empowerment Voices. Good afternoon, Dona. Thank you for being with us today and sharing your impressive journey from a rural Indonesia to co-founder of EGN, a global network of leaders. But first, let's start with your quick intro about yourself to understand the journey you have traveled.
Thank you so much for inviting me. It's my honor to be here with you. My name is Dona Amelia. I am originally from Indonesia. I am now the co-founder of EGN in Singapore, Indonesia, Malaysia. EGN stands for Executive Global Network. We do knowledge sharing for senior executive, providing them a safe space to do peer network, and then they can discuss about their challenges, because we understand sometimes as a leader we are lonely at the top, yet you still need peers to talk to brainstorm, and EGN provide you a safe space to really express yourself, making each other better. Prior to EGN, my life is all about showbiz. I am a singer, professional singer. I made a few albums already in Indonesia. I am also a TV presenter. One of my TV program won 8-time Panasonic Gobel Awards. I do many movie series, and also recently I'm also a DJ and also a professional coach. So that's a little bit about me.
Okay, is there anything you don't know how to do? Since you've been doing so many things.
Oh, I love. Oh yeah, forgot about mentioning about this. I love running. I did a few full marathon and half marathon. But now, because you're asking me what are the things I cannot do yet, I'm now learning how to swim.
Okay, that's great, and I'm sure you will excel in this discipline as everything you start.
Thank you, dear.
That's quite impressive. So yeah, your story begins in a humble rural Indonesia. But can you share with us how early life experiences shaped your dreams and ambitions?
Yeah, indeed. I was grew up in the rural area in Indonesia. My dad was just graduated from university. My mom just graduated from senior high school. They fall in love, and then they get married and have me basically. But financially, probably they are not yet ready. So I still remember that I cannot drink like the normal milk, like the cow milk and so on, because my parents don't have the money. So what I drink instead is the starchy liquid of rice, because in Indonesia you eat rice a lot, yeah. So when you cook the rice, when it's not yet done, you will see the starchy liquid. So that's what I drink because I don't have the money for that. And yet also my dad go to teach, although the payment is very low, yet my mom also really helped my dad to go to the market selling fish ball and being a merchant basically. So in the early age I already know that, oh, I need to work hard. My parents really work hard to provide for us. And also, I already see that, oh, as a woman, actually, you can also help the family basically, because in Indonesia back then, normally a male is the one who provide, but my mom also helped my parents. And also because actually my grandfather is like a chief of the tribe, yet my dad choose to be stand on his own. So I love to see those values that make me who I am now. And I really know since then I really want to make my parents happy. That's my North Star. That's my purpose in life. I really want to provide for them, bring them from the poverty to have a better life. Because I still also remember, for me back then, having a chocolate is something big. Just a chocolate, because I don't even have the money. My parents don't have the money. And then, yeah, people mocked on us and so on, right? So really, I wanted to have to really help my parents. Our house was a bamboo house, no electricity, dirt floor, and if we wanted to get clean water, I need to get it from outside. With all these difficulties, yet my parents giving me all the love and the support and all. And when I grew up with my grandma kept telling me like this: Donna, if you play with other person, and if let's say the kids have a chocolate or candy and you want it, don't ask them. Instead, go back to grandma, ask me. And if grandma have the money, I will give it to you. But if not, keep happy and keep being kind instead. And instead of asking, you need to give. So I asked, what should I give? I don't have any money. But then my grandma told me to give your kindness, your heart, and your smile. Because smiling to others doesn't matter. If you are rich or poor, doesn't matter if you have money or not, you can still give. So that's are the values that I also brought up until now, that I really want to make my parents happy. I want to make people happy. As simple as giving smile to others can make people's life much better. So yeah, those values are really, shape me who I am now.
Wow, it's really powerful, and your grandma really inspire you how to leverage your values. And I love also how you started with small goals, but then you achieved them. Like the first dream was like to get chocolate, and then you built on by achieving slowly. You mentioned at the beginning that finding your purpose was a key driver in your life, and
Yeah.
that you discover your North Star. How has it guided you through the challenges you have faced?
Mm. Yeah, I think it was guiding me in a very, very profound ways, because because I really know what I want is to really make my parents happy, bring them from poverty to have a better life. And then when I get the opportunity to do that, I do it to 100%. So when I was in senior high school, my dad found my talent when I sing in my family's wedding party. Since then, my dad really, really support me to be a singer, a professional singer. So he go with me everywhere I go. We sing from wedding to wedding, and then I go to do the competition on TV and all. I still remember that my dad one time after he come back from school, he heard that there is a filming for a movie near my hometown, right? With his old motorbike in the pouring rain with the thunder, he go there, bring my photos, and then talk to the producer just to say that, hey, I have a daughter. She is really talented. Also, would you like to do a casting for her? Maybe she can, be one of the star in your movie and so on. And guess what? Of course, he get rejected. but but my dad was never give up. He is the one who always told me, Donna, I pray for you. I believe in you. I believe you will be successful. I believe in my heart that you will be a very successful singer. You will be a very successful artist. And I believe that you will be able to help others, a lot of people. And then he keep telling me that, you know what, Donna, don't have this imposter syndrome kind of thing, right? Because coming from a very humble background, have nothing, and then have a dreams to be a big artist in Indonesia and all, against 280 million people, and I don't have any background with, let's say, singing school or acting school and so on, right? I only have my own talent from God and the support from the parents. Sometimes you also have, like, some imposter syndrome. You feel down, you feel so little, and then you see other people who do the same thing like you, coming from rich family and all. But then, yeah, my parents' support was really, really helps. And then I also have this principle in my life. Whatever I do, I will do 200%. And I know that whatever I do, I want to make my parents happy. So regardless, whatever it is, the challenge or the setback that happened to me back then, I will always go forward. I will keep on understanding that, life is hard. It's okay. If I wanted to be on TV for one role, I might need to do the 30 casting. And if I goal one, I get one, I'm happy already. And yeah, whatever, also whenever I got the role, right, I need to really do it to 100%, because the only way to really excel, to really overcome the challenges, is to be really good in what you do. Especially for me, whatever I do in life is really not only for me to flourish in career, but is to really be able to provide for my family. So indeed, if you really know your why, your really north star, your really purpose in life, doesn't matter how hard your life treating you, you will always stand up and you will always run towards your goal. And for me, my true calling is to really help my parents to give them a better life. So doesn't matter what happened in my life, I will always try to do my best. I will not never give up. And when I got the role, whatever I do, I will do it to 100%.
Thank you. You've definitely have demonstrated determination and resilience throughout this journey and jumping into the entertainment world with no talent except yours. I could imagine how challenging it was, and you were facing a lot of competition, and it's unbelievable how just having this. North Star and this passion to provide for your family and to focus on being good at what you do has been such a strong driver for you. And and it's a good transition about like good at what you do, because transitioning from a successful career in entertainment to co-founding EGN, what strengths did you rely on to navigate this significant career shift, and how did you apply them in a new context?
Yeah. So indeed, I was really building my career from scratch until I really be on TV every single day in Indonesia. As mentioned, one of my TV program won 8-time Panasonic Global Awards. I have a movie series who on air every single day and so on. But again, life teach you different things and give you a new flavor, a new challenge. I fall in love with one person, and then he took me a holiday overseas, and I didn't come back to Indonesia to my old life, and I'm happy about that as well. So I was living in Vietnam for 2.5 years. So I was thinking that, oh, okay, no problem. I always wanted to be go international anyway as an actress and so on, right? So I thought, yeah, I will still able to continue my career in showbiz, right? As a singer, actress, TV presenter, and so on. And guess what? I can't because the language barrier. I cannot speak Vietnamese very well. It's very hard. So I was like drop and down because, oh my God, now what should I do? Because I mean, it's language barrier. So then, thanks God, I'm focusing myself in only the things that I can still do. Right. So what I do, I still do the singing because singing is universal. But also, I try to find the other opportunity that still align with my purpose. My purpose is to make my parents happy. And as mentioned in the beginning, I always love to do everything to 100%, and I love to make people happy. I love to make people happy through singing, acting, whatever I do. I like to make people happy. Now, God give me a blessing by introducing me to my now current husband company, which is called EGN Executive Global Network. And at EGN, I see so many leaders, senior executive, who are very kind, very humble. They love to learn from each other. They love to help each other. And I was amazed, and I was like, oh my God, I didn't see this kind of thing in Indonesia. If I can be at service, or if I can be like part of this kind of organization, meeting all these people, I gonna grow a lot, and I'll be very, very grateful, right? So then, yeah, I fall in love with this company. So then, yeah, I've been involved with EGN. Now, of course, at the beginning, I also really don't know how to work at all. I mean, in the corporate life, right? But instead of thinking on what I cannot do, I know what I'm good at, which is to talk to people. I know how to make people happy. I know to really doing a program because I'm on TV every day. I know how to create program. I know how to present in front of other people. So then when I join EGN, that's my work. So that's what I do. I create program for them, and then I'm the one who hosts some events until now. So now, since I'm the co-founder of EGN Singapore, Indonesia, Malaysia, I conducted 150 meetings and events per year, and I'm very grateful for that. And I brought all my experience from my previous life on TV and so on to my current job, basically. So it's very important when you do the transition, find something that still align with your values. That is one. Second, always leverage on your strength from your previous life as well. So don't just let it go completely. And of course, at the same time, you might also need to learn new skill. I tell you one thing, at the first time when I moved to to Singapore after Vietnam, and really 100% focusing at EGN in 2018, I don't even know how to create PowerPoint and Excel and all, because it's not my life, it's not my background. And To be honest, of course, I'm ashamed, but you know, I'm more thinking that how can I do better on this? So what I do, I admit to my colleague and oh, hey, I said I don't know how to do it, right? And I ask their help. Of course, I learned about that, but again, instead of I'm thinking on this PowerPoint only, Excel and words, that's not my strength. So I know what is my strength is to create the program. I know how to talk to people. I know how to really lead people and so on and so forth. So that's my focus. Instead of focusing on what I cannot, I focus on what is my strength. So I think that's also important when you do the transition.
Yeah. So just to summarize, so if you want to go through a career shift, make sure that you find something that align with your values, leverage your strengths and learn new skills. And for
Yes.
the audience and to the woman, learning new skills doesn't mean that you need to be an expert in everything. And so to refer to the first point, leverage your strengths first and make sure that you maximize your strengths. And it's all about aligning with their values. Um, you demonstrated a lot of resilience during your journey. I believe that the women that are listening have all the capabilities also, to take ownership of their obstacles. To make it a bit more tangible, can you share a specific challenge you faced and how you overcame it using your purpose and inner strength?
Yeah, sure, definitely. I have a lot of challenges, of course. And I'm like thinking which challenges that, for example, I need to explain. But for example, yeah, whenever I feel like I'm down, I tell you also about the story of me and my dad. So one time I feel like really that I think I'm not meant to be a big artist at all because other people like really wearing nice shoes, nice handbag, nice clothes and all. Well, I'm very normal when I do the casting and all. I still remember my dad told me, you know what, Donna, every human still eating rice. Again, because I'm living in Indonesia, yeah, but perhaps in the Western world still eating potatoes and all. The, the point is they not eating diamond or iron or stainless or whatever it is, right? So that is very profound to me that to remind yourself that it's okay to be down and having imposter syndrome, but then remember that people also have the same obstacle like you, and instead of thinking about your weaknesses and all, again, go back to your strength, because my dad again told me like, I believe in you. So he believed in me. I need to believe in myself as well. And my dad kept telling me, believe in your talent, Donna. We might not have any money or any support behind us, but you have a blessing from God, which is through your talent. So believe in yourself, believe in your strength, believe in your talent. If everyone believe in you, you need to believe yourself even more. So that's what can make you really, overcome any obstacles, right? So another story is, for example, when I was taking over EGN in 2018, we only have, because it's a kind of membership organization as well, right? We only have about 217 or 230 members in Singapore. Thanks God, with the love, the resilience, the trust that we built and all, we now have about 1,000 members in 3 countries. So we expand to Indonesia and also Malaysia. Of course, it is not easy and all, but again, leverage on your skill. What are you good at? So then build up the trust, be connected with people. That's very important. You need to surround yourself with people that can really help you to reach your goal, whatever it is, especially when you have challenges. So talk to people. Start with that. Start with open up with other people about your challenge. You will be amazed. Actually, people love to help, because I think that open up stage is not easy, because being vulnerable, people might feel scared because sometimes they scared of judgment from other people, or maybe they scared about judgment from themselves, from ourselves. Sometimes we blame our heart ourselves too much, or yeah, we create our own enemies and all that, not make us move forward. So if you can overcome that from within and able to ask for help if you are having a challenges, then you will get help for sure. And the next one is, if you wanted to overcome your challenges, yeah, on top of open up, surrounded yourself with people that can help you. Yeah. And then, yeah, the rest is, of course, you can also really do the tangible action, such as it's depend on what kind of challenges you have. But yeah, you might also want it to upskill yourself, right? Leverage on your strength. That's a very, very important.
Okay. So talking about the network and the people around you. So obviously it's your main activity. So you might be
Yeah.
definitely really good about building network.
Yeah.
But we know that for women it's a challenge to build a support system that go
Yeah.
beyond, the household. So
Mm.
what advice will you give to others in building their own support system?
Mm. Okay, there is a few ways to do it. Of course, it's depend on like the situation. However, regardless whatever support system they have or they want to have, they everybody wanted to have a safe space. That is the first thing, right? So how to get this safe space? For example, if let's say you are a professional, you might want to get a coach, for example, right, where you can really be yourself, be honest, and really talk to them about your challenges and all. Or you can also go to the like professional organization. For example, again, if you are in the business world, you can go to organization like EGN, where you can really be connected with other people, like-minded people, similar like you, and then you can really talk about your challenges and then build up a great network. Now, when you do the networking in any kind of situation, either you are with the coach or you go to the networking event, you go to the party, whatever it is, the tips to really build up a great relationship to anybody is one, be authentic when you just meet people. Second is telling story, not the story that is rah rah and all good and all, but the honest story. People love hearing story, especially story that can relate to them, especially the story that made you be able to be vulnerable. Then people will remember you. That's my tips for if you're doing the networking. It's very important for women to be seen. We need to push ourselves to get out of our comfort zone, which is only, for example, household, right? We need to be able to really network. Of course, nowadays is a lot of organization, a lot of clubs and all that you can get, either free one or paid one, it doesn't matter. But you need to push yourself to be going out there, meet up with people, connect with people in the different level, as I mentioned, that you can tell story, honest story, be authentic, and be vulnerable. That, and especially when you need help, you can ask for help.
Yeah, it's a great advice, and definitely to be authentic and vulnerable. I think also what we need to suggest to women is that it's okay to start small. It could be quite
100%.
impressive,
Yeah.
to go to an event you don't know anyone.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
start with like community that you belong to,
Yeah.
and start to connect, with the people you don't know within this community, and then
Yeah.
expand. And even if you go to a networking where you don't know anyone, just achieving, to connect with one person is already a good achievement. And
100%.
and after you can go and bigger. Don't put, because that's also how women, like think sometimes is like, oh, I will go and I need to connect with like 10 people, 20, 30. No, it's all about progression. It's not about perfection. So start
100%.
small, make yourself comfortable,
Yeah.
and then build up on this and define small goals. And also some one of the trick for me I'm using, because I've been moving country 5 times. So when I move to a new country and I can find, other women who are willing to go to the same event where I know
Mm-hmm.
I won't know anyone, I'm just,
Uh-huh.
like bringing people with me, because you
Yeah.
always find also other people that don't know and that are willing to network. So just find
Yeah.
other people who are interested to expand their own network, and you are all starting together, and start together. And
Yeah.
build this community of other women, and it makes us stronger also to arrive at an event and to feel that you are not alone.
100%. I love it. I love it. And I completely agree with you. And I can echo, don't make it too hard for yourself. Indeed, 100% start small, start easy, right? And be as authentic as possible. And most importantly, enjoy it. Because if you don't like it, then you will be like, okay, I'm introvert, for example, right? So I don't like it, and just that's it. That's that's the end. But actually, you can also have some trick and tips like what you just said. Bring someone with you, for example. And even better, if let's say you can get the participant list and all, try to like know or Google, yeah, their background and all, like basically really more having more specific goals in who you want you to meet up at that networking events, for example, right? And then you already know what kind of profile that you want to talk to. And if you find that person, and even better if you already read their bio or whatever it is, so then you can connect easily because you already learn about them, for example. Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of tips for that. But most importantly, I completely agree with you. Start small, start easy, and have fun.
Thank you, Donna. Thank you for your time. That was really insightful to learn about your journey and again how you start in Indonesia and you say in a bamboo house with no electricity, and nowadays you're traveling the world to build a community of leaders and executive, and everything was driven by one thing. It's about providing for your family and focusing on being good at what you do. So that's quite impressive. Thank you so much, Donna.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure to be here. Thank you so much.